Previously. X-Rated, the X-Men animated review show.
Despite what they call us, we are people. It's time to remind them of it.
Welcome to X-Rated, the X-Men animated review show. Fine people. And we are people as well. And we're here to remind you of that very thing. It's time for X-Rated Evolution.
Who sent you?
Oh, well. That's a great question. Well, we sent ourselves. And who am I?
Who are you?
That's what I just said. Horathy, your host. And with me, as always, is my co-host.
I'm not afraid of him. You ought to be.
Finn Fonder, boom, strikes fear into the hearts of many. Love into the hearts of even more. How's it going, buddy?
Not too shabby. How are you?
Oh, not too bad.
Galactus looks hungry back there.
Oh, no popcorn. Well, no
I love that
wonder.
it like self eats if you just fill with popcorn and it's slowly, like he's feeding himself, so it just like goes down, but like nobody's eating it. That'd be awesome.
You don't want to hear what my popcorn budget has been since the Fantastic Four movie.
You probably spent more on that thing than I spend on actual popcorn, which I eat fairly regularly the entire year. Popcorn's not that expensive.
I have a little popcorn maker too, like a little old school one here.
I have one of those round ones that you like put the oil in and it spins around and then pops into the bowl and you flip it over.
Oh, very good. Mine's like more of like the theater style air fryer one. We're just
mine comes out the theater style because it's the same. It's like using when you go to the theater and they have the little bin that it's in that it comes out of and then fills.
Yeah,
it's like that, but like on your stove, not your stove, but it plugs in.
And that takes an oil.
You get the butter. See, I put oil on the bottom and then you put the little butter salt on the kernels and then it pops with the yellowy. Tastes very much like the movie theater. Although apparently movie theaters use coconut oil for their oil.
Coconut oil is generally what I use if I'm using a higher temperature because I find it handles it better than olive, and I'm more of an olive oil, coconut oil.
Olive oil has a low smoke point, so you
Exactly.
shouldn't use it if it's got to be heated up. I use grapeseed oil for mine because it's cheaper than coconut oil, but also has a high smoke point.
Seed oils are generally poison, though. You should really
not grapeseed oil though. Grapeseed.
Really?
Different.
I'll look that up. We'll see about that. Well, you know what? We're not just here to talk about grape seeds.
I think we should be.
No, there's going to be more. Oh, yeah, we're not done with grape seeds tonight.
All right, good.
But we're here to talk about X-Men Evolution, Season 3, Episode 3, Mainstream. Written by Greg Johnson and Michael Merton. Greg Johnson really taking over the show writing-wise, it seems like. And directed by a friend of the show, Frankie P.
Frankie P. In his house.
Yeah, exactly right. Not tonight, but before.
At some point, Frankie P was here.
Notice how I rounded off the corners on our screens here?
I did notice that. We're getting fancy over here at the, what are we now? The Swear to Pod Network?
Well, you know what? Let's have a catch-up, shall we? It's been a couple weeks since we've been here.
We've been here.
Have a catch-up.
We have a catch-up.
I'll have to use the old catch-up. The old catch-up scene. No, we don't care about stuff like that over here.
Well, let's catch up on old times.
Sure, that's not too quiet.
Nope.
What are they up to? What you think they're doing up there?
What are they up to?
What are they doing up there?
What do they think they're doing up there? Well, what do we think we're doing up here? Well,
you're the mastermind. I'm just a lackey.
That's true. I swear I made a banner for what do I think they're doing up there, but now I can't find it. That's
the one I sent you just a moment ago?
No. I mean, the actual banner that pops up and says, what you think they doing up there?
Oh, what they doing up there?
I'm going to make one because that's an important one. Talk to the people for a second.
What are we doing up there? Lots of stuff. We are starting our own little thing as Evan is trying to work on. I'm thinking. Or just doing the graphic in general, the banner that comes up in the corner. Is that what you're
I'm just
looking
trying to do this. What you
Oh.
think they doing up there?
at? What are they doing? What are we doing up there, Devin?
There we go. Well, we are starting our own little network here. Where's our fancy graphic? The Swear to Pod podcast network, which right now consists of this show, this fine show, the perhaps even finer graphic histories, and locutors of Trek with myself and my co-cutor of Trek, Dave Puxley. So we're a network of 3 right now. But
we're growing. We're my small but mighty.
Here we are. No one wants to smell our dirty laundry.
Hey, I'm just along for the ride, buddy.
Not all partnerships work out as you expect, and I don't know. We kind of over on Locutors of Trek, we kind of set off a mission statement in our first episode.
Oh, did you?
And yeah, kind of, because it was kind of like why do anything if you're not gonna be aspirational or something about it. So we were just like, we're just gonna scrape out our little tiny corner and try to bring about the Star Trek future as best we can. So
one filled with artificial intelligent robots. Is that what you're trying to?
No, one that's not filled with that.
So, what is it? Well, isn't that what
here
data is? Shouldn't you strive for a data future, a future with data?
Yeah, but if Star Trek has shown us anything, and it beats you over the head with this point, is that all artificial intelligence except for Data, if you consider him artificial intelligence, is bad. They make sure you know that.
Well, what would the doctor be? The EMH doctor from
good question as well. That was more of a newer example. I mean, Voyager new to me.
Voyager's going to say it's not.
But that's a good point.
Oh yes, new Voyager show, the program that's hitting the airwaves.
But he was only given rights as a human, at the near the very end of that show.
But when was Data given rights as a human?
Before we even see him.
Oh. So does only when the government decides he's human make him human? Is that what we're trying to? Is that what you're trying? I
mean, I'm sure they have their government scientists.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But also, yes, as some of our shirts you may have seen will say, I'm not big on the AI. Not big on the AI art. Not big on the AI writing. I don't really want to see it. I don't really want to be a part of it. And I think that's something we can stick to pretty easily over here on the Swear to Pod network. Yeah, it's just, the only things you can control in this crazy world is the things you attach your name to. And if you start to lose control out of the things you attach your name to, then, maybe it's time to remove your name. That's kind of the impetus here. I mean, Kitty Pryde can probably put it better than I can.
I'm afraid to go back there. We don't fit in anymore.
Oh. Listen, I'm hoping there's a path to redemption someday where you guys can all get along again. But I'm only a part of one podcast, my own one I was doing before I joined this thing, and I joined up with you, and so my only real connection to all this is you. So. Yeah, so I figured I follow you over to this crazy place, and we'll see what we can build from scratch. Here
we are. For humans by humans, I say.
Nothing sounds more non-human than a phrase like that. With this, somebody trying to blend.
We're gonna make shirts. It's gonna be Fuba.
Fubu?
No, Fuba.
Okay.
FHBH. Fuba.
That sounds dangerously close to Fubu.
It has nothing to do with Fubu. Fubu, don't sue me. It's
also a
crazy coincidence Andre just came up with right now. No one else is going to think that.
Fuba. Sure.
Anyway, that's catching up. We're here. We're swearing to pod. Here we are. We'll see how we grow. The sky's the limit.
Yeah,
and
let's do it. Let's get up the sky.
All right, you got a screen for me to share. Oh,
we're going right into it, are we?
Well, we just played catch up for a little bit. I hope everyone enjoyed our interview with Maggie B. O'Hara a couple weeks ago. We were off last week, kind of sorting out the whole new podcast network and everything. But yeah, Maggie B. O'Hara, great time.
Yeah, great chat.
Yeah.
It seems like it's been a while since we got to an episode of the show, so it's cool to get back to it.
But I was thinking about it because when we were talking about her, or to her, I should say, about her as well.
After she left, we just talked about her for hours.
No. But she was talking about different ways her character could come back, whether it's in animation or live action. Some of it she's just joking, of course. But I'm like, in 97, obviously they're all tied up for season 2. There's lots going on there. But I feel like they should ground the team again in season 3, like, not hopping through time and all that kind of stuff. And you got to bring in Kitty Pryde. She's like the one character kind of missing from the lineup in that show, even if it's just for like an episode. And she should definitely be voiced by Maggie B. O'Hara. So that would be cool. Somebody, give Maggie a call.
Yeah, it's like
watch her episode. She gives you your contacts if you want to hire her.
It's like one of the biggest omissions from the X-Men canon proper. So it'd be interesting to see.
Yeah,
do that. I still want to see them do God Loves Man Kills proper way. It's all right. I think it would fit into their what they're doing over there really well.
What, in X-Men 97?
Yeah.
Like just a crazy grounded story. They're done time hopping. They go back to
like season
New York,
3,
and there's just this insane reverend trying to like get them all murdered.
maybe the impetus for his becoming this crazy reverend is because of what happened with Bastion and all that stuff about how the world basically ended because of mutants almost, and perhaps it's the impetus for him taking this religious side of it stands to it.
I'd like.
It'd be cool.
I mean, they could even kick the X-Men off in the MCU that way too. Like, started off just with this insane person railing against them, is like, because it would fit the world as we see it today. Really, like this is insane, kind of like, whether it be like human nationalists, you'd call them, or like kind of.
Well, that's the Friends of Humanity essentially, but they brought that part of it in. That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Let's see, why not? They could do it.
Yeah, I think so.
They could do it. You can do it.
You can do it. Xavier.
Right. Yeah.
Share me a screen or what?
I can do that myself now, can't I?
Well, you know what? I got something I can do while you're doing that.
All right.
Previously on X-Men Evolution.
Let's see what happened last episode.
And there you have it. The president's position that the mutant population should be free from persecution. But will it work? That remains to be seen. This is Frank Lee speaking. Good night.
Frank Lee. It must be.
I never noticed that. That's interesting. Yeah. Interesting choice. Is that like Frank Boer meets Stan Lee or something? Like,
that'd be kind of funny, those though.
Frank Lee, or maybe Jim Lee, because he was big X-Men kind of artist.
He could, but where's the Frank fit in?
Yeah, Punisher.
Maybe so.
It's Frank.
Who's appearing in the next Spider-Man movie apparently? So that's cool. So is the Hulk. I'm curious what that movie's going to look like. Like the Hulk.
Rumor has it that Punisher and Spider-Man have to team up to try to take him down at some point.
The Hulk.
Yeah.
What an odd, like the just having the Punisher fight the Hulk is such an odd. It just seems like a ground.
All he can do is distract him while Spider-Man tries to do something better. Really, pepper him with bullets or something while Spider-Man tries to use smarts and strength. And
I mean, I am happy that we're getting this sort of connected Marvel universe even more so, like with like some of these ground level New York heroes, like. So that's kind of cool. I just feel like the Punisher showing up in Spider-Man makes sense if it's just about Spider-Man trying to, but I guess like they've already sort of kind of did that in Daredevil with him trying to like the differing approaches they have to fighting crime and doing their thing, right?
Well, why don't we talk about that for a second, just for fun?
I'm Peter Parker. How about you?
Kick his ass, Seabass!
Kick his ass, Seabass. All right, sorry. I gets excited every time.
All right.
So yeah, the Spider-Man thing. So here's what I think they're gonna do with that, and this is just me spitballing here. But they've stopped talking about it. But rumors earlier were that Charlie Cox was going to be in it as well. So they've kind of like stopped mentioning that for whatever reason. But I think it's going to be Spider-Man. Like they are going to ground him again, and he's going to be dealing with like Mr. Negative, I think, and Scorpion and some other.
Yeah, which is what
maybe
it should
Kingpin,
be.
Probably Kingpin.
Well, if he's the mayor, so I haven't finished it.
Yeah, he'll be the mayor, right?
Is he the mayor in the comic in the show yet? Yeah, he is now. Yeah, I'm
he's
almost,
Born
I'm
Again.
almost done Daredevil, so he's still the mayor, right?
How did that end?
Yeah, he's still the mayor, I think.
Yeah, okay. So I think it's just gonna be Spider-Man now that Tony's gone, jumping around looking for new, like almost kind of like father figures or mentor figures. So I think he'll like try to get some advice from Daredevil. He'll try to get advice from the Punisher.
Tony's been gone for 2 movies. He died for the first
and Bruce, and then like I don't know. That's kind of what I think.
None of them remember he's Spider-Man. So it's not like he'd just be like a strange superhero showing up and asking for help.
Yeah, exactly. Which is hilarious.
No, I'll be all right, I guess.
And kind of Spider-Man-y. So
I can see
all
that.
right, let's go. Let's get into this episode. Let's hit the main line, the mainstream.
Dang it.
Oh, what's this going on here? Oh, no. Quit that.
Hold
There
on.
we go.
Jesus Christ. Calm your tits.
All
right. So
there we go. Xavier Institute. Night. There we set the scene for you.
So I'm trying to make it shrink so that I don't cover my screen to see you guys. I keep going too low. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
So if I do this, will make it full your screen, or is it just going to make it smaller?
Andre has all the control power now, so now he's just going to spend our whole podcast tinkering with the controls.
I am. And you're going to like it.
Hey, I've been trying to convince you to move your show to the StreamYard for a long time.
I can't be bothered.
Tinker away.
That's way too much work. So, wait, I have another screen I got to bring up to help me with this. Where's it at? Here it is. Okay, so we see the Xavier School for Gifted Youngsters.
We do, yep.
See,
now we know, and the world knows how gifted.
You see Kitty getting up in the night to eat pizza, which apparently has pineapple on it, based on what I'm looking at here.
Is that, or is it mushrooms?
No, that's pineapple. No, it's a pineapple. It's a circle with the center missing. It's pineapple.
All right.
And she's drinking milk.
I like
as well.
that. I love pineapple on pizza myself.
Only to be interrupted
almost every time.
Only be interrupted by Nightcrawler, who accused her, says that he knew she was drinking out of the carton. She said she's going to finish it, and then he says, "All right, well, it's like 3/4 of a carton left, so go ahead, I'll watch her gallon." Then they're distracted by
that was pretty funny, guy.
Yeah, and they're distracted by people sort of, approaching. Then they decide
Those
to
two
go.
might have the best kind of cross banter in the show, really.
Yeah, they do certainly return to it a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kitty says, "Let's go out and scare him off, so don't wake everybody else up with the alarm." They go out.
Voiced by friend of the show, Maggie Blue O'Hara.
And they encounter these
masked vigilantes. No,
vigilantes
not
that
vigilantes.
look like
They're not
monsters.
well, they probably consider themselves vigilantes, but really masked terrorists, we'll say.
Mm-hmm. And then we get the intro.
Yep.
And we see these ruffians who these masks
Ruffians
look
is a good one. Yep.
These masks look incredibly intense, considering that we find out very soon that they're masks. Like even the guy's hands are red. Like he painted his hands red.
Interesting.
Yeah, I know. I think they're supposed to make us
They're
think
full body
monsters.
costumes. They're full body Halloween costumes. Clearly,
Not except there, that guy's hands aren't. But anyway, the X-Men try to scare them off. The two that are there, they get into a bit of a scuffle. They manage to beat them and pull off their masks and find out they're just regular folks. And they ask what they're doing there, and they see that they've defaced the wall, making fun of them with this artwork. I love the Wolverine, actually. It's pretty top heavy, but it's pretty solid.
yeah. that was going to be one of my X points, actually, how cool the graffiti was.
Yeah. So, then these kids call them names and run off. So we see some of the X-Men leaving the school after what's happened, Jubilee being one of them, because the parents don't want to leave them at the school now that the information's out about their abilities. So basically, he says, Xavier says he should have sensed Wanda's powers, in the hospital when they abducted her, and Wolverine says he should have smelled that Mystique wasn't there, so they both kind of let their guard down. But then we see Xavier.
Turns out Mystique just smells wonderful, and he never really.
Oh, Mystique, you smell wonderful tonight.
Mystique number 5. It's a scent you can buy, actually.
No. Xavier calls the kids into the meeting room. Tells them they're going to be allowed back into school, but they're not allowed to use their powers. The school board that night, the school board's holding a meeting to vote on whether or not they should ban mutants in the school permanently. It's kind of a big deal for what they're trying to achieve here with mutant integration. Nightcrawler also realizes that the only footage they have of him in action is as a blue furry guy, the fuzzy guy, as he says, and
the fuzzy guy.
And he doesn't mention that again. But so he still has an opportunity to try to live a normal life with them only looking for a blue guy and not realizing that he is hiding his appearance with the image inducer.
And technically, they could all use image inducers and just pretend to be different people.
Yeah, you'd think. Why don't they? Well, I mean, that's not the point. I guess it's about acceptance.
No, it's
right?
not. Yeah.
Kitty doesn't really want to go back. She's afraid they won't accept her now they know the truth. Nightcrawler does say he realizes that his identity's still unknown, but Scott tells him it's only a matter of time before they figure it out, since he lives at the Institute. But then Xavier tells him he wants them all to be at the meeting that night. Then we see them go back to school underneath being gawked at and sort of taunted by their students.
Their one-day pass to go to school, which is odd.
Yes,
and Xavier sending them back there is like.
Why even go? Why not wait until they make the decision? Why go back for the one day if they're just going to ban you after it?
I got the impression that the one day was part of
a test. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
they've been there for months and not used their powers. So it's like what is another day?
Yeah, that's it, right? You can say they've been here this whole time. To show them the cool work that the Sirens did when they were, running around.
Yeah, man, we need to see the Sirens again. Sirens Part 2. I hope that happens.
Electric Boogaloo. So we see that Taryn's giving Scott the cold shoulder now she knows he's a mutant. We also see Duncan say that he's willing.
Duncan's all about it. He's all about it.
He's saying he's willing to overlook her problem
for completely virtuous reasons.
And that they can use her powers to take advantage of tests and other things in the school. Jean, of course, not thinking that her abilities are a problem.
And when they go on dates and go get frisky, he was going to say before she cut him off. You can just read all the things I'd like.
That's right. It was mine. Well, that also implies he knows what her powers are specifically when, they saw was them fighting robots on the news. So
yeah, he does know her powers. Yeah.
So I don't know. They may have had some conversation between that.
I guess so. He's an idiot, but they were still dating, I guess.
I can't believe that you were dismissive of me saying this. Principal Kelly obviously
here
supposed
comes
to
everybody. You were all waiting for this moment.
How could you not have known what he was going to be? You're like, oh, well, he won't be Senator Kelly. I'm like, of course he is, because they're not in a world where it makes sense for teenagers to interact with senators. They're going to make him the principal. And now we see that he is, in fact, a stand-in for Senator Kelly. As Principal Kelly.
We have the heel turn of Principal Kelly.
I wouldn't call it a heel turn. I think, he wasn't necessarily.
Yeah, it was. He was nice.
We didn't, before he realized what mutants were, I guess.
Yeah, a big heel turn.
Well, perhaps he's
he's kind of a hypocrite on the whole issue by the end of this episode, which we'll discuss. But
no, he's a bad guy. Of course, a hypocrite.
But yeah, fair enough. But yeah, it was a satisfying heel turn. Other than I knew I was going to get a lecture from you, but
it's not a lecture. It's just me saying okay.
And then I told her so.
I told her so. Fucking I told her so.
A fucking Atotoso.
So we see Logan driving around town, his cool shades, his little pinstripe helmet. Why does he wear a helmet? He can't get hurt in a motorcycle accident.
I don't like biker Wolverine. I don't.
He's always been a biker.
It was fun when he stole like Cyclops' bike that one time. That was funny. But
in the movie, he's always on a motorcycle.
Yeah. Like that's what kicked it off, I think, because then he became.
In the comics, he's always on a motorcycle too.
Not really. Not until like the 2000s, and then he was always on a motorcycle.
Like, at no point in Claremont's run did they have him going off on a motorcycle. I feel like we must have.
I'm sure it happened, but like not usually.
Not like Hell's Angels motorcycle.
He was always driving. He was always driving like a Jeep.
He's always on a moped. He had to say he's working about the environment. So he got an electric bike now.
No, he has a bicycle with training wheels. He never learned.
Wolverine rolls up on a Segway. They see me rolling. Hey,
he is old.
That is true. So anyway, we see him Wolverine driving. Well, this doesn't really. They don't have a lot of frames here, so you can't see too much. But Wolverine's driving around. He meets up with Colossus riding another motorcycle. Colossus slams his fist in the back of a truck, causing a huge wreck. Wolverine jumps out of the wreck and follows him. We see the Brotherhood back at their house where Todd and Fred are hecking Lance because Kitty went.
I like this though. Maybe I should save this for an next point because I've used a couple. All right, continue.
Principal Kelly shows up to invite the boys back to school, and they say they don't want to go, but he tells them drops subtle hint, not very subtle hints, that they'd have the run of the school if they came back because people would be afraid to mess with them.
Okay, let's talk about the hypocrite Kelly is now. So he wants to get rid of mutants from the school because he thinks they're dangerous, but he's already been able to identify the mutants that are more dangerous than the others, and he just invited them back to school.
I think it's a plan to make them fight each other, so that
they all have to go
in school, so they all have to go.
Yeah, fair enough.
I don't quite think. I think it's subtle, and it may be explained in other episodes. It is for a kid show. It is a little subtle of a plan.
No,
but it does make sense.
You're right
think about it.
Yeah, like he obviously didn't care what happened to the school and the students for like a day at least.
I guess a greater good kind of thing. Right?
Yeah.
So Kurt keeps trying to hide the facts of mutant. Amanda questions him about it. When he says that he's still trying to pass as not being a mutant. I feel like maybe I'll bring this up as next point. We'll do it later.
Okay.
Douglas blames Scott for Jean breaking up with him and tries to pick a fight with him so that he'll use his powers and get kicked out of school.
Now, does he know what Cyclops' powers are? Because he's
I think that was visible on the. I think that was very visible on the news when the thing broke.
Yeah, true.
Using his eye beams.
Well, I mean, he's stupid, but he's got guts. That Duncan.
They probably could put a couple things together that he's always wearing the sunglasses. He never takes them off.
True.
Like he may have figured out the reason. Basically, the Kitty and Rogue show up to help him and help them. Well, he obviously kicks some of their butts without using his eyes as well. But then when the girls come up to help, they say like their days here are numbered. Basically, throw those glasses down, and storm off. How about they basically are always sticking together while Kurt's still hiding off and not wanting to engage. Some people in school ask him.
Dorothy, please page Duncan Matthews and have him report to my office.
Dorothy. That's who I'm named after this episode. They actually named one of the nothing characters finally. They never give them names.
Right, yes. Well, then
we had Dorothy this episode.
Right,
she was great, by the way. Good job.
She did a lot of good work, that Dorothy.
Yeah.
But just before all that happens, somebody asks him if he's friends with the mutants because they see him together and he lives in their house and says he used to be. The girls overhear him and then he kind of makes an excuse to leave. He doesn't have to explain why he's trying to distance himself from them.
And the crazy thing is he's the one that doesn't really have to because his girlfriend, Amanda Sefton, doesn't care.
Yeah, she already knows what
all the mutants. He could just rock it. He's like, yeah, I'm the fuzzy guy and check out Amanda here. It's all good.
Yeah, she likes it.
Yeah.
So we see Principal Kelly call Duncan in the office. We also see Logan catch up with Colossus. They have a big fight in a barn. It continues on. Kelly calls Duncan. He tells him,
why doesn't anyone ever think of the barn?
The barn. That's where all the things happen. In this, I feel like there's a weird Christmas horror movie that came out last year, the year before, called The Barn.
Really?
With elves.
I'd watch that.
With little elves. It was all right. What's his face was in it? The guy, Martin Starr, he was Peter Parker's teacher in the Spider-Man movies. The guy always had the glass with the big eyes.
Oh, the
He's
guy
on
from
Freaks and Geeks.
No, he was on
He was on Freaks and Geeks.
Was he?
Yes.
He was also on that that one where they're all in Silicon Valley or whatever.
It was called Silicon Valley.
Oh. He was funny in that movie. He's the one who goes, "It's like I will not lose a student on this class trip, not again." It
was him and JB Smooth, right? The guy from Curb Enthusiasm.
Yeah.
So basically, Principal Kelly tells Duncan that he obviously, he doesn't want Duncan to put himself in danger by fighting Scott. But then tells him that he has friends.
Because it's crazy, and Scott will beat his ass even with his hands. So.
Well, he says the Xavier's kids stick together, so taking one on is dangerous because you have to take them all on. So, but then he actually actually mentions the Brotherhood also doesn't like Scott kind of putting him towards them. I think all towards causing some big to do that'll cause all of them to be kicked out of the school.
It's funny how it's Scott that's like really drawn his ire, though.
Yeah. I'm not sure why. I think maybe we'll learn more.
Maybe the lasers. Maybe he's scared of the.
He's scared of lasers. He had a horrible laser-related childhood accident.
A laser shark experience that he's never gotten over.
His uncle created laser sharks. Sharks has freaking lasers on their heads.
Yeah, they have mutants with freaking laser beams on their heads
coming out of their eyes.
Yeah.
So there's a big old fight between Wolverine and Colossus. Colossus says that he's there to extend an invitation to Logan, because Magneto says once that the humanity turns to them, they're free. He can join Magneto. Wolverine says he doesn't want to be a lackey like Colossus. Colossus says he's not a lackey; he's forced to be there, basically.
Movie looks short there.
Well, he's also in the foreground.
He's also in the background. Yeah, no, but still looks short.
But basically, Colossus says that he can't. Wolverine tells him to join the X-Men, and they'll help him get out of whatever Magneto has in him. He says he can't. So I'm guessing maybe his sister's involved, but we'll find out later.
Yeah.
The Brotherhood show up at the school, start terrorizing the normal kids. Lance makes an example of Andy Black when he bumps into him. Meanwhile, Jean is playing basketball in the gym, but the other girls accuse her of cheating when she gets a basket because of her powers. We also see Kelly is taking all of her and other students' trophies down because they could have been mutants the whole time. It's not fair for them to win trophies using their powers, which is interesting. Very interesting. There's a lot of allegory in this.
We'll talk about that later. Yeah,
which is one of the
next points.
He says he has a responsibility to protect the normal kids at the school from the mutants. So that you see where his
by inviting the Brotherhood back to school. Get out of here, Kelly.
To get rid of the other ones. And he really likes that penis. He really likes that penis-shaped trophy too.
He loves that penis trophy. He is stroking that penis trophy right now, audio listeners. Just so you know.
So then we see that night.
What sport do you get awarded the penis trophy for? I mean, probably football.
It looks like a basketball at the top of it, actually.
Oh, okay.
Could be Quidditch. It could be a Quidditch, a snitch, a golden snitch. I'm sorry, it looks like it has wings. Not sure if Quidditch happens at the school or not.
It might now.
So we see the meeting they're having with the school where Jean is going to speak to them about, who she is and what her powers are and blah, blah, blah. But basically the Brotherhood show up when they cause trouble, basically with Duncan and the other guys. And there's a whole big showdown in the parking lot with a big old fight where, Kelly thinks that this proves that he's correct. But Professor X points out that his students are using restraint. And then you see the X-Men using their powers to save all of the regular humans from some of the blowback from what the Brotherhood are doing. And basically the Brotherhood runs off. It's kind of dumb. They're doing a lot of damage until the X-Men just stand together and they're like, let's get out of here. And they run off they're fighting them fine before that, but they're like, oh, they're all standing together. Let's get out of here.
Maybe that was their orders from Kelly or something.
Probably. So it looks like they're just instead of taking orders from Mystique anymore, they're taking orders from Kelly. Are those Mystique still living in the house? Isn't she back in the house at the end of the?
She just came back, yeah, but We haven't seen Risty around lately.
That's true.
Is she still posing as Risty?
That wasn't
Risty
revealed.
never got exposed, right?
That wasn't exposed that it was her yet. No.
No. So
I'm sure
we'll
it'll
see
come
more
out.
Risty. Yeah.
Stupid fucking name, Risty.
Risty.
Logan shows up. All the students look sad. He asks whose funeral it is. They tell him they all.
It's short for Ristephanie.
It's even dumber. The board vote. They tell him that they figured the board voted to ban them, but then Xavier tells him that that they were told that they get to go back, and that the teachers agreed that seeing that the kids using their powers to try to help people was enough, and that he's proud of them for taking a step into this new world. And
why don't we let Xavier take it from here?
I'm always astonished at the wondrous things that can be built on the ashes of tragedy. For even in the face of bigotry and discrimination, the X-Men will endure.
And so will the X-Goons.
End of episode.
Oh. Hanif says Mystique is still at Area 51.
Did they lock her up in the tube that they had?
Oh, she's in the Juggernaut tube, isn't she?
Is that what happened? Right. I thought she got away. Xavier's in the Juggernaut tube. She was disguised as
Xavier's here now.
Yeah, they got him out of the tube because that's where she left.
Maybe did they put Mystique in once they got him out?
No. She's still out there, I think. But she was in disguise as like a general or something there, right? At one point.
But she could still. Oh, maybe Hanif knows what happens. Maybe she's playing around at Area 51 now instead of the X Mansion in like a high school. Maybe she's like, oh, maybe this military base with secrets is more useful to me than a high school.
Well, probably.
Oh no, and he says they never got out when they sprung the rescue. She never got out.
Remember they locked the door. I'm assuming because remember Cyclops closed the door on her instead of letting her out. She said she won't tell where Xavier is. So I assume she took the form of like a bug or a rat and ran off somewhere.
I mean, we can assume she's out by now because she's smarter than all those soldiers there, probably. But like, we haven't seen it. And every time I try to bring up something we haven't seen, you're quick to remind me we haven't seen it. So let's just say she's at Area 51 for now.
Yeah, she's hiding out there, I guess, in rat form or whatever she's.
Thank you for the clarification, Hanif. How you enjoying the new network, Hanif? Isn't it fancy? We have rounded corners here.
Well, this is Hanif's all-time favorite X-Men shows, as we've clearly stated several times.
What, our show?
No,
or Evolution? I mean, really, it's probably a close tie. There's probably like Evolution or in Us, or maybe
favorite
Us
X-Men brain is
Evolution. Yeah,
we should stop making fun of poor Hanif.
Yeah, of course. Eventually.
Poor Hanif, he's just out there trying.
I don't think I'm ready, but eventually,
we're continually mocking him for his love of the show, which actually isn't true.
Yeah, and supporting our show. All right, so let's get into some X points, shall we? No, we rate first, don't we?
I don't know.
How shall we proceed, sir?
We do.
By making a call.
Let's make a call. All right. You first.
8. It's a fine episode. I liked it.
It was a fine episode.
Lots of action. Lots of intrigue. I think Senator Kelly is set up some cool stuff for that. So, I'm okay with it.
I'm going to give it a 9. And I think where this show is really starting to benefit is from this serialized structure. Because, like, they did that sometimes in X-Men the Animated Series, but then all of a sudden you'd get, like, oh, like, Xenomorphs just came to Earth and, like, face-humped Rogue's boyfriend, Cody. And you're like, what just happened? What did I just watch? I was watching the X-Men, and now I'm watching aliens abduct Cody.
But I kind of like that, too. But
I know. I agree. But like, we usually don't rate those episodes very strong.
You know what? I think you're right. I'll give it a 9 too, because you're right. Like the fact, I think we finally hit our stride. It's like any show, any beloved show, with the exception of a few really, really good ones, where like everyone's like, well, season 2 is when it really gets good, and I feel like we finally got there with this. We're finally the seeds we've sown over 2 long and exhausting seasons are finally like producing some cool fruit. So I'm excited to see more of it.
Yeah, me too. And it's been consistent since it really hit that stride. I don't think it's really dropped below a 9 for us, or at least definitely not an 8.
And I'm gonna say, ain't no one gonna break my stride. Ain't no one gonna hold me down.
So Hanif, I see why it's your favorite show of all time, even more than Cobra Kai season 27.
Does he love Cobra Kai? Is that why you're giving him shit for that too?
I love Cobra Kai.
Have you finished it?
It's going too long. Of course, I love Cobra Kai.
Well, it's been over for a while.
I know. I'm on the edge of my seat every episode of Cobra Kai. Like,
you're still watching. You haven't finished it?
I have.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like, Cobra Kai, like, somehow made me remember myself being a Karate Kid fan, even though I never was. Like, it had this weird way of doing that. It's just like,
I was aware of Karate Kid fan.
Yeah, the next Karate Kid.
Only Hilary Swank. I was so disappointed that they never got her on the show. I'm sure they could have found a way to get the old Swanker in there. I assume
there's a new one. There's like they're like uniting Jackie Chan and
He's
Ralph
not
Macchio.
In that one either.
No, there's a new one.
I know, but she's not in that one either.
Oh, Swank?
Yes.
Oh yeah, they seem to want to forget about the Swank one.
The Swankster.
Yeah, the Swankster. I remember that one. I didn't mind it when it came out.
Walton Goggins is in that episode. He's one of like the bad kids in it.
Everyone loves Walton Goggins.
Pretty great.
Yeah, he's pretty great. All right, so yeah, 9s. The lines across the board.
Oh, hello. Say something, Devin.
I muted myself because my dryer's going off again.
Oh, that's what it was.
So let's just play some tunes.
There's no point.
Yeah.
There's no point.
What's the point, Andre?
There isn't one.
Shall we? Why go on?
I don't know. Life. Did I close down the window I had with all my points on it? Damn it. Give me 1 sec.
What?
You start.
All right. Well, my first point actually is the milk thing earlier. So they don't even mention it. It's like Kitty trying to drink 2 more milk than she can drink or whatever and eating pizza. But to me, the real joke there, and I think this is the writers maybe even laughing with themselves, I don't know, is they've mentioned even like a season ago or more that before anyone gets up, Evan has already drank all the milk because he needs the calcium for his bone powers.
Stop doing laundry during podcast times.
It's not me. We have a business that depends on a lot of laundry being done. But so this is Kitty and Nightcrawler having the same idea of getting up super early before Evan gets up to get some milk before he drinks it all. That's what's happening in that scene, and I found it hilarious.
All right. My first X point is my name. Bing Fondre Foom is because one of the masks those kids wear at the beginning is an obvious nod to Fin Fang Foom, classic Marvel monster. So that was a fun little nod to the history of the comics.
Okay, well, here's an idea. I'm going to follow that up with my own X point, and this is just a guess because I was trying to think of, well, if one of them is Fin Fang Foom, then who are one of those other masks, right? So there's the red guy, and it's just like, is it Surtur? No, of course it's not Surtur. Who is it? It's Ogun. It looks a lot like the Ogun mask, except they made the horns black instead of red. But it might be Ogun.
It's okay. Just leave the noise, man. It's not that bad.
All right. No. We all know I do laundry during podcasts. The X-Goons have forgiven me long ago for such a thing.
My other X point, my second one is that the X-Men, I love that they're all just living in the bunker under the X-Mansion, and they're all like got really tight quarters because the house is like gone, so they're just living in like the quarters downstairs, the danger room.
Like quarters. The danger room, basically.
So that was really funny.
Yeah, that is
like,
funny.
She's like, it's kind of crammed in here.
All right. My next one. I mean, you mentioned it, but Mags either knows something about magic or has magic. Like, it has to be Magneto too. It's not like she's just like trapped in the demon world with Demon Belasco. Maybe she is trapped in the demon world with Demon Belasco, and Magneto is promising Colossus that he knows how to get her back or something like that, because Colossus has no idea how to do that. So maybe that's what's going on, but obviously it has something to do with magic. But I'm kind of hoping it's like not just he has her in a cage or something, that like she's trapped in the demon world, so we get to see that side of magic, and he's just promising to have the knowledge to get her back.
Yeah, it could work.
Yeah.
I can see it happening. All right,
Back to you.
Back to me.
Number 3.
I think the allegory is my third one. The allegory for mutants being gay, transgendered, something else entirely is like they're really hitting you over the head with it at this point. You know,
well, they certainly didn't know it at the time when they wrote this episode, but the trans sports allegory is.
Yeah, it's funny how much time that has sort of like made it relevant in a weird way.
Yeah,
that's the first thing I thought of.
That's X-Men, though, man. X-Men finds ways to become more relevant all the time, and it's sad.
I mean, the core concept of X-Men is a group of people that are different, being judged and marginalized by a greater society. Is unfortunately a recurring theme in human history. So, of course, the X-Men continuing on the way they are doing so. You know, those themes are going to come up again and again and again as long as humanity keeps being shitty sometimes towards marginalized people.
But it's certainly like interesting how it like even the sports tie in.
Yeah, well, that's a whole other thing. I'm sure they weren't thinking about that when they made this, but it's interesting how it connects to that in a weird way.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's relevant.
Yeah.
I thought that made me think of that too. I mean, obviously, like, they did mention the creators of the guys who had the show that, like, you know, the gay thing was part of it, the part of the thought process when they're doing it. They didn't make it overt, but it was there. And like Nightcrawler trying to pass, you know, and sort of hiding.
Yeah, I don't want people to know yet. That's
exactly. He's not ready to tell them the truth. And even at the end, he establishes in his human form that he can teleport, but he doesn't use the inducer to show that he's blue yet. And so it says something to him, like, show them that you're blue. And he says, one step at a time. So, like, he's happy to let everyone know that he has mutant powers now. But he also is hesitant to show them that he's the blue guy. But I think they can put 2 and 2 together because that footage showed him teleporting everywhere. But anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, the allegory is there. It's strong.
All right. Back to me, eh? That just kind of makes you wonder. Now, for this comment, I'm not trying to tie the mutant allegory to the trans allegory, but this kind of leads you to that scene. If you didn't take it as a trans allegory, you could take it as this world that X-Men Evolution lives in. It could set up or could conceive of setting up like mutant sports leagues or something.
Yeah,
where it's just like every power's basically game as long as you're not hurting each other, but like some powers would be good for certain sports, and like imagine Iceman on a hockey team, right?
I mean, it'd be weird. Like, I had this question when I was doing the Trivial Debate show a little while ago, as my sports question, where I said for Superman, it's like, in a world of superpowered people, how would you enhance regular people's sports to make them something people would want to watch? Like, me and Dave talked about this way back in the day. Because if in a world of superheroes,
just like everything goes, I guess it's the only way.
Like, in a world of superheroes, why would you watch? Anything that humans can achieve isn't that impressive anymore. You know, watching a guy hit a baseball into a home run isn't that impressive when a dude can pick up a car and throw it across a football stadium. Like, you know, so that's like, how would you enhance regular human sports to make it more interesting? The answers they had were pretty funny. Some of them.
Yeah. It's a good thought.
Back to you. How would you do it? Oh, no, it's back to me already. I'm curious if Jubilee and Wolfsbane, as we see them leaving the school, if that's a permanent leave or if they'll be back. Because we see their parents take them out of the school. Seems odd because
they got a berserker instead of Jubilee.
Yeah. Oh, because they love that sweet haircut.
Yeah, I guess so. Fun to draw.
You know, it was just funny. You'd think they would have done something.
All right. My final X point is I think this is the case, though. I mean, they've always shown the Brotherhood accommodations, let's call them, because I don't know who owns it or like why they live there or anything. I mean, maybe Mystique owns the building. I don't know. But every time they show it, they show like more drywall knocked off the walls, and it's because of Avalanche's powers. Like he probably wakes up in the middle of the night and like shakes the house, right? So it's like every time you see there's even a shot you showed like during our recap there where it's just like all the drywall's off the walls, and he's just sitting there like Scarface. Like it was a pretty great shot. He's like Scarface of drywall.
He's a teenage boy. Maybe when he does other things, the house shakes.
I was sort of like alluding to that, but I didn't want to say it.
Come on, you can say it here.
It's true.
We swear to pod now. We can go nuts.
That's true. We can do whatever we want here.
We should just make everything swear.
We are masters of our own domain, if you want to catch the reference.
Is this to announce your Seinfeld podcast is starting next?
Yeah, I do love a good Seinfeld reference. Actually, have you ever seen this? Like my buddy Francis always sends me these things. It's from this like Seinfeld website where it's just people that like, or maybe it's just like a subreddit or something. I don't know. But people like propose concepts for different Seinfeld episodes, and some of them are so funny. So funny.
Oh, really? I sent my friend one where they made like what Seinfeld would look like if they made it today, where like Kramer's wearing like Supreme jacket and like he's
yeah, that's what this is.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, that was pretty funny. I like that.
Yeah, they're so funny. All right, well, let's move on.
All right.
To let's check it a little bit.
Hey, check it.
All right, what do I got for us? Well, basically, because of our interview with Maggie B. O'Hara, I started thinking about Kitty Pryde a bit, wanting to read a little more about Kitty Pryde. I mean, things I've read before even, but, appreciate some Kitty Pryde. So if you also want to appreciate some Kitty Pryde, you can follow her entire journey. I mean, you can start with God Loves Man Kills, where she drops the N-bomb, and then you can, move to...
I forgot about that.
You can move to Kitty Pryde and Wolverine, where she becomes a ninja, and then you can follow that up with the Marauders, where she becomes a pirate. She's many things, many things to many people.
She became
Star-Lord
at one point.
Yes, you can check out the Guardians of the Galaxy. I have some of those issues here too. Some great covers during that run by Nick Bradshaw. East Coast artist here in Canada. Fantastic.
Oh, well, he's a Marvel artist. He did Wolverine the X-Men forever.
One of the best. One of the best. But
what do you
yeah, check out some Kitty Pryde.
Is that a side air?
No, I am drinking. It's tropical. It's juicy. It's hazy. It's the Pollyanna.
Oh, yeah.
Northeast IPA.
Cool.
I mean, all IPAs are Northeast if it's a real IPA, but
it's okay there.
Well, look, I'm an IPA purist, perhaps. And check out even Astonishing X-Men, where it kind of ties into this episode we just watched a little more, where it's very Kitty focused as well, and her kind of establishing herself as a teacher rather than a student, but also it's kind of about the X-Men just throwing themselves out there, into the public life,
into the world,
but willingly rather than, as is the case with this show, kind of against their will. But yeah,
it's the world.
Check out the world of Kitty Pryde.
Devin, what's a band that you irrationally like for some reason? You're I don't know why I like them, but I just love them.
AC/DC.
Wow, I hate AC/DC. Okay, I want to say I hate them. I'm not a fan.
I grew up loving them, and I kind of still do. I don't listen to them often or anything, but if an AC/DC song come out, especially if it's from the Bon Scott era.
I have a friend who absolutely loves them, and I once called them the McDonald's of music, and he got so mad at me that he'd I said they're there's no it's technically food, but there's not a lot of substance to it.
I will admit that every song almost sounds the same. My friend Juice, and me are both big
You have a
AC/DC
friend
fans
named
back in the day.
Juice.
Look,
You're
I come
burying
from
the
a
lead
small
here.
town. I don't call anybody by their real name.
Okay,
if I
what's
can
his
help
real
it.
name?
Josh.
And his name is Jude. Okay, Juice. All right, I'll let it slide for
So, all right. Well, this is how it is. You come to my poker games, you might meet him. So, yeah, we both love him, and we play guitars. We used to jam out some AC/DC and stuff, but like a lot of their songs do sound the same. And we're at peaked, and we would point out that we're like, this one sounds like this one, but whatever. But when they came out with their Stiff Upper Lip album, there were 2 songs. It might even been 3 songs, but it's definitely 2 songs on that album that have the exact same rhythm, but not just the exact same rhythm and riffs, but the exact same intro. They start off just and you go down like 5 songs later, and they don't even change the key. It's the exact same thing again, and it's just like, wow. But I still love them, so maybe it's irrational. Saw them live once. That was great too. They're great showmen. But honestly, no. Look, go back to the Bon Scott AC/DC, and it's hold on. What are we doing? What are we even doing here?
And they rock big time!
That's a new one.
If we're talking about tunes, we might as well talk about sweet tunes for the ex-goons. So yeah, you know what, AC/DC. Check out Bon Scott era AC/DC. Check out the Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap album, the High Voltage album, my favorite, the Powerage album. Fantastic. Check that stuff out. Bon Scott, one of the best rock singers of all time. I kid you not. And he used to play bagpipes on their albums too.
Right,
Awesome
it was
stuff.
Australian.
Bagpipes aren't an Australian thing.
Yeah, it is. Totally.
Is it?
No.
Okay.
No, not at all.
Okay. Like
I
I know
just
there's
thought of it,
Scotland and here, Nova Scotia, but who else actually plays those things? I think it's just Scotland and us, man.
Yeah, that's it. Just Scotland and us.
Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, hey, if anyone's going to pick
And then
up
there's
that
like smaller bagpipes, the windpipes. They're a great instrument too.
I mean, Australia's weird enough. Let's just we don't need, give them the bagpipes as well.
Who's your irrational band?
It's not even irrational because I really do think they're fantastic bands. Collective Soul. I've been singing all of their songs all week.
You know what?
They're fantastic.
I was coming back from working Muscadub there last week, and a Collective Soul song came on, and I sang the shit out of the whole thing. Shine.
Oh yeah, that's great. Love, bitch, love.
It's not my favorite.
Whoa!
What was their first hit? Was it Gel? Actually, or that was the album?
Gel is my favorite one. Ba-da, ba-da, ba-da. Well, let's mingle. Da-da.
Yeah, that's
make it well.
Oh man, yeah, that's my jam too.
Let's.
I like Collective Soul back in the day.
The one I've been stuck. One I've had stuck in my head lately is "Tell Me Why Do I Feel the Same." That one's really good.
Yeah, man.
And I'm left here with the blame. Anyway, yeah, they're great.
But I would suggest AC/DC is better than Collective Soul. But anyway.
Well, I'm sure a lot of music people would agree with you, but I would not.
No, Collective Soul is good, man. I like them.
They're great. I would love to see them live. They still play, and they're great.
They play a lot. Like they're basically a festival band now. Like I had a chance to see them actually. I think at a festival.
Really? And you did not go?
What happened there? I'll let my brain process that one for a bit and get back to you.
Okay.
Here's what we should do.
But I like movies,
which is fine.
I didn't talk about my comic recommendation, but that's fine.
You didn't?
No.
Oh, hold on. No, we're going back. We're checking it. We got so distracted by talking about other things, I forgot.
Hey, check
play
it.
the theme again. All right, let's do it. What's your comic recommendation?
So there's this imprint that makes books called the New York NYRB, which is New York or NY BR, I think it is, which is New York Best Review or New York Reviewed Books, which are like some of the best reviewed books from the New York Times. And what they do is they often take old books from other countries and do new translations, re-release them, that kind of thing. So one of their recent releases, they do comics as well, graphic novels too. And they put together a compilation of these Nancy and Sluggo comic strips from like over the years, some of the best ones of these.
What's Nancy and Sluggo?
Oh my goodness, sir! It is one of the it's a classic comic strip that never
From
really
like a
made it.
newspaper. I don't think it was ever in the Chronicle Herald.
No, I don't think it was either. But you can read about it. It ran from 1969 to 1999.
In any Canadian papers, or is just like
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. But it's great. It's it's old school newspaper cartoons at their finest.
Like Dennis the Menace, and
some of them are quite funny. Yes, some of them are quite funny and quite, obviously it's designed for a newspaper, so there's nothing too controversial here. But there's some truly profound and interesting stuff, including like it's kind of the kids are always looking for money. It's kind of a recurring theme. There's a good one where the kid asks his mom for $1, and she goes, "You need to learn." She goes, and she says, "You can't just ask people for money. You need to learn the value of money." And gives him a book about the value of what money's really worth. And then it shows him reading the book. And then he puts it down and he goes, "Can I have $3?"
That is
so like little things like that are like really well done and kind of hammer home the human thing. So check that out. I have a lot of books by this imprint. There's a lot of cool ones out there. They do like re-release of the original Bambi novel that the movie's based on, the original Pinocchio novel, which the movie's based on, which is vastly different from the Disney film, closer to the Guillermo del Toro one, but still out there. Yeah, check them out. There's a book called Blue Lard that I feel like everyone should know about. So I would happily read you the description, but I don't know if this is the time or the place. But they have it in that imprint, and it looks super cool. So check out all those books, and read Blue Lard.
Blue Lard.
Do you want me to? I want to read.
Oh, I hit the music.
Okay,
But I like movies, which is fine.
I'm going to read you what the back of the book for Blue Lard is.
All right.
I haven't read it yet.
Give us your movie recommendation.
Okay, I'll skip the beginning part. But actually, this is true. It was denounced as an abomination in Russia in 1999 when it was published, and a crowd of angry Putin supporters gathered in front of Moscow's Bolshoi Theater to toss shredded copies of it in a giant paper mache toilet. So that's how much it was kind of hated at the time by Putin.
Did all those supporters show up shirtless on a horse? I'm just asking.
They could have. I'm not sure. I wasn't there in 1999. So this is the synopsis for the book Blue Lard. This book begins in a futuristic laboratory where genetic scientists speak in a dialect of Russian mixed with Chinese. There, they work to clone famous Russian writers, who are then made to reduce text in the style of their forebears. The goal of this script process is not the texts themselves, but the blue lard that collects in the small of their backs as they write. This substance is to be used to power reactors on the moon. That is until a sect of devout nationalists break in to steal the blue lard, planning to send it back in time to an alternate version of the Soviet Union. One that
you want people to read this?
Of a Europe conquered by a long-haired Hitler with the ability to shoot electricity from his hands. What will become of the blue lard? Who will finally make use of its mysterious powers?
Hitler would never have long hair. I almost disapprove of it on that level.
He also wouldn't be able to shoot electricity from his hands, Davin. It's an alternate universe, so who knows?
Yeah, but I can't shoot electricity from my hands, so that comparison doesn't bother me.
Max Lawton's translation of Blue Lard, the first in English, captures this key work and its grotesque havoc, making horrifying visceral intensity. So, books like this get put out by this imprint, so check it out. All right,
check it out.
Movies. I'm gonna take you back, Devin. Back.
How far back? I like it
all the way back to the year.
I like it back there. You know, I like it.
What year did this come out? It should be written right here. Where the fuck is it? We're all back to the year 1991, long before Blue Lard came out.
Oh, well, you know, that's like the year like when great movies like Matinee came out and things like that.
If I say the name Reanimator, does that ring a bell?
Of course.
Okay.
Jeffrey Combs, man.
If I say that Michael Berryman, does that ring a name?
Yes.
The Hills
I
Have
do know
Eyes.
Michael Berryman.
He's the guy from The Hills Have Eyes, the weird bald guy.
Yeah.
All right. So Brian Usna, who produced Reanimator and directed Bride of Reanimator, co-directed this with Screaming Mad George. Is that a name that sounds familiar to you?
No.
He's a famous special effects artist. If I mentioned
his name's Screaming Mad George.
Yeah, he's Asian too, I believe.
Okay.
If I mentioned Mark Hamill is in this movie, would that be someone that you're familiar with?
Never heard of him.
Never heard of him. Okay.
Some young up and comer.
If I mentioned Yoshiki Takaya's celebrated manga series, would that ring any bells?
Certainly not.
Well, all of these combine into the wonderfully ridiculous 1991 film, The Guyver.
I am very familiar with the Guyver.
The Kronos Corporation.
Yeah.
Kind of a proto Power Rangers story.
I should have figured it out, actually.
Yeah. In which, having been smuggled out of the mysterious Kronos Corporation by one of its researchers, a bioweapon known as the Guyver Unit, which transforms its holder into a lethal super being, ends up in the hands of Sean, a young martial arts student. Sean soon finds himself in the sights of the Kronos Corporation, and its mutant henchmen will stop at nothing to retrieve their weapon. And if you're going to want to watch Guyver, which does have mixed reviews, it's fun, but not the best movie, you should watch.
Like a bunch of sequels and shit, right? And even like
there's only one more. There was the Guyver 2, Dark Fate.
Okay.
Which is a much better film than Guyver 1, but still fun as well. Much
Yet
darker,
it's not
much
your
more,
recommendation.
much more serious.
What's going on here?
You got to watch them both. You can't watch one without the other. Although this one, I believe, stars David Hayter, who you may know as the voice of Solid Snake in the Metal Gear games. So check those out. The Guyver and the Guyver 2. Do you ever watch the guy? Like, there's the manga and the anime series, which is, this is like the American version of that adaptation. But in that world, there's only 2 of those movies. And the Guyver proper from like the original manga stuff, there's lots of spin-offs, remakes, blah, blah, blah. What are we doing?
Do I not have a? I don't even know. I might not even have music for this one. But we're going to talk about 16 bits with Super Nintendo Scalehorn for a minute.
Ooh.
And we're not even talking about video games so much as so I saw, like, was it a trailer? Yeah, I think it was a trailer for like Mortal Kombat 2 coming out, the movie. And
oh man, I hated that first one so much. The new one.
I liked the first 10 minutes, like about Scorpion, and then it just kind of got stupid.
The guy's been stuck in hell since he's been in feudal Japan. How does he know phrases like "get over here"?
Get over here is a standard phrase spoken
in
by
English.
People.
And is he watching TV in hell?
That never made sense in the game either. And it didn't make sense in the first movie, but we love that movie, and it's fan-friggin-tastic. Actually, there's a recommendation. There's my movie.
The original 1990s Mortal
Kombat
movie?
That's an amazing movie. Go watch it.
It's fun. I wouldn't call it amazing.
I think it's amazing. The dialogue's hilarious.
I'd say the Kevin Anderson that directed. Is it Kevin Anderson that directed that movie?
Yeah, it's Kevin Anderson.
He's the one that did all the terrible Resident Evil movies too, right? The ones with Mila Jovovich and all that.
Yeah, maybe. But he didn't have Robin Chow to like help.
He made the excellent movie Event Horizon though. So that's
Event Horizon.
That's the one good movie. That's the one good movie he made.
No, Mortal Kombat's the best movie he made, even better than Event Horizon.
No, Event Horizon's the best movie he made. But
anyway, so 16 bits. So what we're talking about is that movie. So what I did see from that trailer is they're introducing Noob Saibot.
Oh,
to the movies. Now you're familiar with yeah.
Okay. Does he have no features whatsoever? He's like a living shadow.
No, he has features. He looks like Scorpion, but all black, which is kind of what Noob Saibot is supposed to look like. But like in the old 16 bits, you couldn't tell. Oh, Henny's helping us out again. It was Paul W.S. Anderson.
That's right. It was Anderson. Kevin J. Anderson was the sci-fi writer. Paul W.S. Anderson.
Yes, Kevin J. Anderson. I have a book by Kevin J. Anderson right here in front of me, I think. Yeah, I do. Holy shit. Look. So Kevin J. Anderson, the Gorn Crisis. Coincidence.
I think he did a bunch of Star Wars books too, so that's why his name sounds familiar.
Yeah. So Noob Saibot. So you're familiar with the naming convention of Noob Saibot?
It's dumb, if I recall correctly. It's been a while since I looked into it.
Well, it's the reversed last names of the two creators of Mortal Kombat, Ed Boon and something Tobias. I forget his first name. So it's like instead of Boon Taibai, it's Noob Saibot. So I was just thinking, if there was a Mortal Kombat character made with that convention. For us, we would be Etum Neuralex.
This doesn't sound too bad.
Yeah, exactly. Etum Neuralex. It sounds pretty badass. Oh, and that Paul guy married Mila Jovovich after Phil.
Yes, he did.
Well, you know.
Yes, if I recall. No, that's the other guy that married Mila Jovovich. Or I don't think they got married, but the guy directed The Fifth Element, Luke Besson. He like cheated on his wife, who was in The Fifth Element while making The Fifth Element with Mila Jovovich.
Who was she in The Fifth Element?
She was his wife was the opera singer, the blue lady.
No way.
Yeah.
I listen to that all the time with my daughters. They love that song.
That movie.
No way.
It's a great movie.
I can't believe he cheated on that opera singer with Mila Jovovich. I mean, no shade in Mila Jovovich, but that was an amazing performance. She's an incredible singer.
Yeah, I think she is a singer by trade or whatever.
Yeah, she is. That's crazy. Man, what a crazy world we live in.
Mm-hmm.
People and their crazy decisions. Well, anyway.
What? Okay, what? The most Nova Scotia thing I think I've ever heard you say on this podcast.
Oh, well, you know, sometimes it slips out, especially after a couple of pops.
You want to what?
Was that what?
You want to what? One of my favorite things ever is I did talk about this on my trivia a while ago. It's like Venn diagram was the answer to one of my trivia questions, and I said one of my favorite Venn diagram I've ever seen was on a website where they had it had a circle that said talking to a dog, a circle that said talking to a child, and a circle that said trying to start a fight with someone, and then the big circle in the middle that connected all of them said, "Hey, buddy."
That's a good one.
That was really good.
Yeah, that is
pretty
great. Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy. I'm not your buddy guy.
I'm not your guy, buddy.
Not your buddy friend.
I take it back. I'm your friend, buddy.
All right, I'm your buddy guy.
Oh, thanks. All right, well, let's wrap this one up for tonight here a little bit. What do we got? Here we go.
He's the coolest teacher we got around here, and the nicest. Wait, you're forgetting your homework.
Well, your homework is to watch the next episode of this here program, in which you watch season 3, episode 4, The Stuff of Villains.
Which 2 episodes ago was The Stuff of Heroes.
That is true. So I noticed some returning trends to the titles because they had Day of Recovery, like Day of Destruction or whatever, and then Day of Recovery.
It's the serialized nature of this show. It's just kind of...
Yeah, but it's interesting because like you wouldn't be able to know that back when they put this out. Because it's not like you were like seeing that. It was like the internet was really updating you all the time on this sort of stuff.
Maybe it's the fact that like Greg Johnson seems to write every episode now, so he's the one.
Yeah, well,
threading all these needles.
Looks like it's a Scarlet Witch centric episode. Also, Caliban returns. We see
Caliban's back.
Yeah. So we see a lot more Brotherhood. I'm just running through the episode. A lot more Scarlet Witch. Some more Senator Kelly. We see more Gambit and some of those guys. So we get some fun stuff. Looks like a nice mixture of some of the returning characters from the show. Like, it looks like Gambit has a big part in it as well. So
we've only really seen him as like he didn't even say anything, did he?
No, but it looks like he does in this episode.
Interesting. That'll be interesting to hear how he sounds.
I would guess Cajun.
We'll see, won't we?
That's true. We will.
What you think he's doing over there?
What are you doing up there? What's that Gambit doing up there?
What that Gambit doing up there?
Gambit doing up there? Let's just make the whole podcast us doing this. What that Gambit doing up there?
And from us, like Louisiana is distinctively down, not up, but even still, it's what they doing up there. Doesn't matter. No, it's like, you know, because if you're talking about upper and lower Canada, the more you go down, the more you go up.
Up to there.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you know, you can follow us on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. You can contact us at xmenreviewshow@gmail.com. Support us at patreon.com/xmenreviewshow. You can get our sweet merch, which, you know what? Let's highlight some of that for a moment, shall we? So, let's show you some of the cool merch you can get. You can check out our X-Rated, the X-Men Review Show logo merch. You can get your Genosha Never Forget. You can get Cyclops was always cool. Or maybe Cyclops is definitely the good guy.
Mhm.
How about the name is Gambit? Remember it. Let's like, have a moment of silence. Okay.
For now.
Yep. Xavier was right. Nobody seems to care about that. Magneto was right. You can get that as well. Or how about this one's for you, Morph? Well, support the No AI art cause and get yourself a Master Mold. Get the shit out of here. Sure.
Did you get one of those yet?
No, I'm gonna though. I can't decide if I want the No AI one or just the logo. I don't know. We've got 3 variants of this one, so you check that out. All art done by the fabulous artist Andre Mayette. You've probably never heard of him. He's a young up and comer.
He's a bum.
But he's got some talent. He's some say he's a bum, but once he utilizes that talent, no one will be saying that. That's what I say. That's what I say.
That's awful sweet of you.
Well, I'm known for my sweetness.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, let's get out of here, shall we? Any final words for the X-Goons tonight, Andre?
Check out my show, Graphic Histories Podcast.
Oh, hold on. Crap. Oh, that's another graphic I don't have. We're going to have to scrape up that graphic.
Oh, I actually do have a video. When Murphy sent it to me, I kept it. As some people should have done with theirs.
Sometimes I don't get sent things.
Well, I think you'd see you did. So what am I doing here? Yes. Graphic Histories Podcast episode just dropped yesterday with Dick Caspero. Prior to that, we had episode J.M. DeSantis. 2 great episodes that are out there in the world now. And and then I got a bunch more down the pipeline, 3 more already recorded that are
oh wow,
coming for your ear holes. Today I did one. Then we have
clear out your ear holes, everybody.
So we have Dakota Brown next. Jason Narvaez. Narvaez.
Did he tell you how to say it?
I looked it up and I forgot. It's spelled correctly on the podcast, or I say it correctly. It's like eyes. I think it's Narvaez. I think it's how it's supposed to be. It's Puerto Rican. And then Andrew C. Robinson, who you may know as the creator of all those beautifully painted Starman covers from back when James Robinson was writing the series in the 90s.
Oh, and a ton of painted covers elsewhere too.
Yeah, and the Hawkman, all kinds of great stuff. Really cool guy. So check out all those episodes.
Do it.
Mm-hmm.
Get it in your ear holes that are cleared out. Yeah.
Cram it India.
And we'll catch you next time.
Next time.
Aw, man, so we're still monsters? What is with that?
What is with that?
This program is a proud part of the Swear to Pod Network.